Sometimes, yeah, it's just out of habit. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and then I just go downstairs and I make coffee. Even if I don't necessarily want coffee, I make it.
Just because it's a routine.
Yeah. And sometimes I'll drink it and it really fills me up, and so I don't eat breakfast. It's not like an appetite suppressant or anything. But I'm just like, oh, I'm not hungry. Wow, it's lunchtime. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like whizzing through these. Okay. All right. What is the drink that you drink most when you go to buy coffee? Like, what is the thing? Do you usually buy just regular coffee, or is it like what are those crazy drinks, or do you not even get coffee when you go to a coffee
It has
house?
to be really, really, really cold. And once, like, because I'm not a coffee person, because I think that, like, I've seen friends that drink coffee and they're like, to the point where they're eating like 3 shots, and like they drink like 3 cups a day, and it's like crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't drink coffee just for that reason. Like, I think I don't want to get addicted to caffeine, so I just don't drink it. But if I do, it's either because it's really, really cold and I need just something like really warm me up, or if I drink it, I have to get like a frappuccino, but like that's every 6 months or something.
Not often.
Yeah.
I go with either it has to be really, really hot and really bad coffee, so it tastes so bad it wakes you up, or if it's good coffee, it just has to be like a little bit above room temperature. I'm serious. Alright, check it out sometime.
I get really strong coffee. I tend to drink it just black with sugar. Or if I go to like Starbucks and it's in the afternoon and I want like a sweet something, I'll get like a tall skinny caramel macchiato.
Oh, good choice.
I usually get a caramel cappuccino, but if I'm desperate for the caffeine kick, I'll get the caramel macchiato with a couple shots in it and just drink it fast, even though it's horrible.
I have a question. Do you think that it changes based on like the temperature outside, like for you guys, or is it just like consistently a thing where you go no matter what, when you go into the coffee shop you order the same thing?
I mean, I usually just get like a cup of coffee or whatever, but if I get a specialty drink, like during the summer, I'll get like either the teas. If I go to Starbucks, I get the teas or a frappuccino, or if it's cold outside, obviously I'm gonna get a hot drink. So it's dependent on the season.
Yeah, no, we ice the coffee in the house now. We don't drink it hot because it's too hot out. So if it's over about 75, I stop drinking flip hot.
Even if it's like 60 in your apartment?
Funny. But no, when it's like 75 or above. Oh, yeah. Good call.
I always keep stocked up with like little 6-packs of frappuccinos that you can buy at the store and keep in your fridge.
Nice camera contact.
I keep on like noticing them it's over there and keep on
I don't drink coffee, so I mean, but if I was a coffee person, I would drink it hot when it was cold, and then like an iced one when it was hot.
Coffee, but
Yeah.
See, even it doesn't matter for me. Like I really don't like Starbucks cold drinks that much. It has to be like 100 degrees outside, and I have to be like walking for me to get like a tea there or something. I always still get a hot drink.
Does it make your body like hot?
No, man.
That's why I hate coffee, because like even like the freezing temperature, if you just drink one little cup, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I am burning and I'm in shorts. Like I don't know, maybe that's why I just hate coffee.
Yeah, I know like when I go, I usually like, if I'm cold out, I get like a cup of hot coffee, and then I find myself like, if I'm at work, when I'm drinking it like really hot, like 5 minutes later after drinking, like holding, I don't know, heat flashes. But anyway. What do you think the age is that people started drinking coffee, and why did you begin drinking coffee if you did? Or what was your reason to try it?
I started drinking coffee when I was really little because my grandma always drank it and I was always with her, and she'd like mix me a little glass and I'd pour like 9 things of creamer in it. So I just always have.
Maybe like early teenage, I don't know, because like he was saying, like when you're in high school and junior high or whatever, a lot of people go there to kind of hang out because they don't have their own place or whatever. So I think like early teenage. I have a little sister and she's 14 and she was like 13 also, and she was Starbucks. So.
Yeah.
Especially like for me, whenever I got into middle school, that's when all the Starbucks started popping up. And so whenever we got a Starbucks in my town, that was like a big deal. So everybody started going there, and that's whenever I started drinking coffee. It was probably like 8th grade.
I think when you're younger, it's more like a stereotype, like, oh, dad's making coffee or mom's making, like, for work, and then, like, it's more like a cool thing, like, oh,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
like high school or something. Like,
Yeah.
let's go hang out at Starbucks. Very cool, but
It's a place you're actually allowed to
yeah.
go.
And then like this transitions to like when you're in college, you're like, shit, like I need you to like wake up or like I need something to just, it's all the rush of the coffee shop.
Cool. What do you think people do? What is like a typical activity that people do after they purchase a coffee? Like, what do you guys normally do after you're at the counter? You get the coffee. Read. Go to
Sit down,
class.
talk to, chill with friends or whatever. Or
Take a
read.
shower. In the morning, you drink your coffee and then take a shower. Because it takes about 20 minutes for coffee to really kick in. It's perfect.
Okay.
He's got this plan.
Yeah, he's got-
My morning is routine.
Everything's a
It's
science.
routine.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of yelled at the same time. So we said, well,
Class.
class,
Yeah.
read,
Study.
study. Cool.
For me, only when I think if I think about when I actually do like drink a frappuccino, it's only when I go back home, and like the Starbucks in San Antonio, it's like at the core, it's like the only 24-hour Starbucks, so it's more like just a relaxed thing because now I'm away from UT, but everybody that I see there is obviously studying for like Incarnate Word or Trinity or other local universities, but mine's just more like just hanging out with people like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah. So do you guys think that it's more likely that you guys end up leaving after you buy the coffee, or that you end up staying in the place that you bought the coffee for a little while?
Leaving.
Leaving.
Leaving? So,
Sometimes I
yeah.
can stay. It depends where I'm at in the time of the day.
The ambiance. Cool. Almost done. If you could build your own cafe, what would it look like, smell like, and what products would you serve?
That was mine? I don't think so.
Just-
Maybe.
Just give, like, answer some of it. You don't have to answer like
Sounds like a badass question for
Yeah.
next time.
a live band and a stage.
I don't know.
Like a spider house?
Yeah, kind of like Starbucks.
I think mine would be like a smaller bookstore because I love to like go to Barnes & Noble and get a book and then go to the cafe and read. But I don't like how big Barnes & Noble is because it's so like, you know, like you can't really like focus because there's so much activity. So I'd want it to be like a smaller bookstore with like a cafe attached to it.
I'd like what Starbucks is now with a very more efficient line and server system. I think they're terrible. I think they're disgusting. I think how they get people in and out takes forever. Like sometimes in the morning you're like you just need to get in and get out, and they take so long sometimes.
McDonald's.
It's not terrible.
I think it's really
Last year.
a hard question. Like I'm trying to think of thinking of
Like
just
you-
different spaces and different types of demographics and like what each type of like different group likes and each different type of coffee shops that I've been to, and like hearing the complaints. Like if you're trying to study, you just want like there's a lot of these coffee shops you see all these like 4-seat tables and there's always just one person at it, so it's kind of a waste to have like all these big tables with just